In this lesson, we'll cover view templates. Every view you create within Revit, whether it's a floor plan, a ceiling plan, section, or elevation, has properties associated to it. And those properties can be a variety of things. As you can see right now, I'm looking at a piping plan view, technically a floor plan. And in the properties box on the left, since nothing is selected, I see all of the variable properties for this view. And there's a lot of settings here. The view scales, the display, the level of detail, parts visibility, visibility graphics of what I want to see, the annotation elements, the model elements, the underlay, orientation, and the list goes on with disciplines and color schemes and subcolor schemes and the templates and the actual crop regions. And you can see there's a lot of data here, a lot of settings that go into this view. Now, what happens when you create a new view? Do you have to go through and configure all of these settings one at a time for that new view? Well, you can, but it's sort of a waste of time. So just like you start a new Revit project from a template, you could create a new Revit view from a template. Or you can apply a view template properties to an existing view. So to see these templates for views, let's go to the View tab on the ribbon. And then all the way to the left, you have View Templates. And it's a drop-down. There are 3 options in the View Template drop-down. The first one will allow you to apply a View Template property to this current view, meaning you would select from the template and then it would apply those settings to this view. The second option is if you modified the template settings for this view and you'd like to create a new template from those modified settings, you could choose it. And the third option is managing all of those templates for views that currently exist. Let's look at that one first. So go down in the drop-down to Manage View Templates. Now, when the Manage View Template window opens up, depending upon what Revit project you started with, you may have more or less templates than what you see on my screen. And there's a lot, and I can scroll through the list and see them, and they're pretty logically named. You could change the display filter to only look at templates, let's say, for mechanical views. This shows me just the mechanical view templates. You can even further filter it to maybe only to look at floor plan templates for mechanical views. And then I could select on a given mechanical view, plan in this case, MEP plan, and it's going to show me that plan's template settings on the right. So this is where I can modify or change any of these settings for this template. Rule of thumb would be not to change any of these settings for the included template plans that come with the actual Revit templates. What you would do instead is duplicate this template view and create a new one. To do that, I would use the icons on the very bottom. For example, I could highlight MEP plan and click duplicate. It would create a new view template. You could also rename an existing one, again, not renaming one of the actual out-of-the-box templates, but one that you may duplicate. And you could delete a template as well, too, if you created one and you no longer need it. Go ahead and click OK. Now, the other elements under View Templates, if you hit the View Template drop-down again, and you choose the first option, Apply Template Property to Current View, you'll actually see Revit now is asking you to select the view template you would like to apply to this current view. And you would simply select the one you want and click OK. But in this example, I'm just going to choose Cancel. Now, let's say you modified something in the property area of the view on the left, such as I turned on the crop. Now, let's say you wanted to save this modification to this view template or to a new view template. So I could go to View Templates and then select the second option, Create Template from the current view settings. And it would ask me now, what is the new name of this view template that you're going to create that'll put it in the list? And I'm just going to call it, in this case, Tim's View Template. You can name it whatever you want. This is just an example. And then click OK. Now I see that is now in my list of view templates. And again, if you didn't want this template, you could just highlight it, click delete, and it would remove it from the list. So as a review, what we looked at in this lesson was view templates. We looked at the different types of settings within views and the point that you don't have to set all of these settings for every new view you create. You would just assign a view template. We looked at where view templates are managed, primarily from the View tab on the ribbon and using the View Templates toolbar icon. We also looked at how to assign a view template to an existing view, and we looked at how to create a new view template from a modified view.